Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh. Thank you so much for clicking on to watch our next video. If you have not subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. Please hit that like button for us and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every time we upload a new video. Well guys, if you haven't watched any of our videos, you know that this channel is all about the best stocks to trade as a day trader. But I cannot help it, and I need to talk to you guys about what in the world happened in the market today. Today is April 7th, and wow is all I can say. Wow. So if you got up early this morning and you logged into the market to kind of see what was going on, and I'm saying 4:30 in the morning when it's getting ready to run, or if it's 9 o'clock in the morning, you may have noticed something significant happen between going to bed last night and waking up this morning. And that is that pretty much every stock, it didn't matter who it was. Well, there's a couple exceptions, which I'll share in a minute. But for the most part, every single stock dropped like somebody threw something over the cliff and it just went and dropped down. The S&P 500, SPY. Okay, I'm going to show it to you guys. Tesla, Intel, Nvidia, APLD. I mean, there was not a stock that was protected from this drop in the middle of the night. But there's some good news. Some good news was that it spent some time through the early morning pre-market rallying back up a little bit. It didn't quite get back to where the dropping point was. But the market today was volatile. I mean, listen. You didn't really know which way the market was going to go. There was actually a period of time where somebody released on Twitter, okay, on X, whatever you want to call it, news that Donald Trump was suspending tariffs for 90 days, okay? And the stock market went crazy. 15 minutes until they came back on and said it was just a rumor. For 15 minutes, the S&P 500, all these stocks that went down, Nike, Costco, Walmart, I could name them all night long, guys, had an amazing uptrend rally. The S&P 500 went up, I think, like $30, $40 in 15 minutes. We were all like cheering and jumping up and down. You would have thought it was the Super Bowl. And then the rumor was squashed. And what did it do? It went right back to where it started. So, guys, I'm going to tell you that the day today, if you know what my videos are about, retail day trading, being a day trader, you could have made money today. I made money today. Matter of fact, I had a great day today. I had some stocks that were down that recovered, and I got in some stocks as a day trade, and I think combined I made close to $1,200 today. Okay? Not hard. I've said it a million times to you guys. Learn how to read your candlestick patterns, and you understand where your entry point and your exit point is, and you can get in and make money. Okay? And some of the money I made today, like I said, was just recovery based on some stocks that went down and we're coming back up. But I'll tell you what I did do today. My wife and I made the decision to pull some money from an account we have and dump it into the market so that we could buy some of these amazing stocks that are on total clearance right now. AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, Nike. Okay, there's a huge list. Basically, almost everything is on discount right now. Okay, and there's some lower volume, lower dollar stocks that are also on sale. I love SoFi. And it did really good today. Let's see, Fubo is another one that a lot of people are stuck bag holding because of how it jumped up. The news with Disney, if you don't know about that, it was going to join with Disney, and then Disney basically said, no, we're just buying you to kind of stop somebody else from buying you, and the stock sort of dropped. Well, they're very good for day trading, and it's a good stock. BBAI is another good stock for day trading. Anyways, there's a ton of those stocks, guys. I'm going to show you some of them. But the point is that the market was on fire today in the up direction and in fire today in the down direction. So let's take a minute. Let's actually go to the charts, and I'm going to show you a couple things on there, and then we can talk through some more things and what my plan is for tomorrow. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you guys here is the S&P 500 SPY. Okay, what I really want you guys to see. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. But right here at the closing on Friday, okay, the market closed S&P 500 at $505.45. And a lot of people were very dramatic about it, very upset about it, because it had been a lot higher, and it dropped. And that was okay. We kind of understand that from the tariff talk and all what's going on at the White House and everything that's going on with China and the potential trade wars and all these things that you hear about in the news and you don't want to hear me talk about again. But guys, look at this. This yellow line is the S&P 500 line that I track all of my charts with. So obviously it's tracking itself. Okay, at 4:30 in the morning, and you can see that down here is where it shows you times. If you didn't know how to read that, 4:30 in the morning this morning, when the market technically opened, right, pre-market, the candle, everything dropped, and the candle opened at $491. And it closed that candle at $488. And it did, through the night, a little bit of a downtrend, all the way to $487. Okay. I had guys that I follow in my Discord that were like going nuts, jumping up and down because they had puts from options. I don't do options. And they were making money. They were printing. But then look what happened. Then you got this rally back up. Okay. And then market opens. And market opens 9:30, 496.07. That candle closed at 489. And then look what this next beautiful candle. Not quite engulfing. It's not quite larger than the previous candle. 489 on the open of this candle. All the way to the top of this candle at $505. So literally it came back. It came back to where the market closed. But look at this. Originally this candle, and this is a 30-minute. So if we go to the 5-minute and I show you that again. Okay. Here's your drop. And then it's working its way up. And then it just slowly through pre-market continued up. A little bit of a drop back down. And then it started working its way back down. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. Back up, 8:30 in the morning. Back down. And then up, and the candle wicked all the way to $523. And if you follow the day, 510, okay, it hit this $510 as the high point. Nuts for SPY, okay? Let me show you something else. Here, let's look at AMD. Advanced Micro. Advanced Micro, you basically see the same thing. Okay? Huge drop. 84.94 or 84.85. Boom. $79.68, guys. And then it worked its way back, and it did recover a little bit through pre-market, and it dropped it open and then came up all the way up to $89. Okay? And you follow it through the day, 85, and then closed. All right, but pretty much every stock did that. Here, let's look at SoFi. Okay, let's go to the 15-minute, make it a little bit easier to get to. Okay, there you go. Pre-market, boom. SoFi dropped from $9.42 all the way to $8.49. And then it opened, had a beautiful launch all the way up to $10.65. And in pre-market, it's continuing up. And right now we are at $10.11, okay, based on after all the activity. So my point is, guys, that The market went a little bit nuts and sideways and up and down, but there was still plenty of ways to make money. Let me show you my favorite stock, one you should be looking at tomorrow. Okay, and you need to wait for the market to open and wait to understand what the candlesticks are doing and the patterns. Okay, but even my favorite stock, APLD, Applied Digital, okay, was at $4.88 closing on Friday, dropped to, let's see, $4.32, and then had this little wave of fun, and then opened up basically the market at $4.30 and went all the way up to $5.53. Okay, closed the market today at $5.30. Guys, that's like a whole dollar. A whole dollar in a stock. And for $4.30, depending on where your account is, okay, you could buy 1,000 shares of it, or you could buy 500 shares of it, and you're going to make a couple $100. And my goal, so you guys know, as a retail day trader, is $100 per stock per day. So if I get into APLD and I usually only do one trade at a time, I'm going for $100. Maybe I'm in and out a couple times, maybe I'm not, but $100 there. Okay. Here's what I want you guys to look at tomorrow. Watch APLD, because APLD continues on a good little bit of an uptrend here. Okay, a little bit of a kick down, but it's at $5.36. So closed at $5.30, still 6 cents more. Okay, so everything seems to be trending a little bit up in post-market. We'll wait and see what happens at 4:30 when the market opens. But take a look at APLD. The other thing I want you guys to look at is Wolf, WULF, TeraWulf Incorporated. Okay, same thing. Dropped, ran pre-market, opened up. We're going to say here $2.34, ran all the way up to $2.93, closed today at $2.70, and right now, post-market, okay, it's actually 8 o'clock. It's about 8 o'clock right now, I guess, somewhere around there. No, yeah, it's 8:09. It closed at 8 o'clock, or at 8 o'clock, sorry, it's late. It's at $2.72, but WULF, a good one for day trading. Here's something else I want you guys to look at, okay? I want you to look at BBAI, Big Bear Holdings. And you guys may know this stock because a lot of people trade this stock. BBAI, same thing, opened up $2.55, ran to $3.05, closed today at $2.94, and it's here at the market. Let's see where we're at now, $2.96. This is a good one. So here's what I'm going to say about your trading tomorrow, guys. And this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to buy, what not to buy. This is all about you understanding your candlestick patterns, doing your own homework, doing your own research, okay? But here's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to be in APLD. APLD's got a great opportunity to make a lot more money. I'm going to be in BBAI. I'm going to be in Wolf, WULF. I'm also going to be looking at Ford. You guys know I'm consistently looking at Ford. F is the ticker, okay? Ford, same thing, opened up at $9.29, ran all the way up to $9.64, closed tonight at $9.28 on an upward trend a little bit, $9.29. But remember, I've told you guys before, Ford typically runs from $6 to $12, $9. Here's what you need to be watching for tomorrow, guys. Wake up in the morning and look at your account. Look at these stocks. What are they doing pre-market? Are they on a down? Are they on an up? What kind of news is out there? Go to Yahoo Finance and read some of the news and see what's happening, okay? You want to understand what the market is talking about in the news. And then make a decision based on candlestick patterns. That is it. I look at volume and what are the candlesticks doing, okay? I like low volume stocks in the morning. APLD is a great example. APLD usually runs less than 1 million in volume when the market first opens, and by the end of the day, it's at 25 to 30 million. Okay? Look at the volume. Look at the candlesticks. So make sure when you get ready in the morning, look at all the signals, guys. Look at the volume. Look at what the candlesticks are doing. Make a good decision, good play, getting in. Know when to get out. Don't overstay your welcome and take profit. You don't need to stay in there to get an extra 1 penny. If you're up and you got good profit, take it and get out. Okay? Better to take it and get out and maybe be a little bit upset that it went up 3, 4, 5 more cents and you missed out on it. But guess what? You didn't miss it going down 20, 30, 40, 50, a dollar. And you end up bag holding and having to wait, which sometimes I do. Listen, I'm not an expert. I am just a regular average Joe. Okay? But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Now, what I do want to tell you guys is this morning I did buy some stock for long term, for long hold. And I wanted to share with you some of those because I think there's some amazing opportunities out there for you right now. Tesla, okay, on sale. NVIDIA, on sale, okay. Let me kind of show you here real quick. Tesla, okay, it was at $214 this morning, closed at $235, still on a bit of an up. $239, okay. Listen, Tesla stock was over $400 not too long ago. So good time to buy. And once Elon gets back to his office from the White House, they're getting ready to launch some things that are going to be really good for Tesla. So all coming. Do your research, watch the news, see what's going on. Okay. NVIDIA. Love NVIDIA. Okay. $86 this morning, guys. $86. First candle closed at 93. Second candle closed at 99. Third up top here, 99.40. And it's right now sitting at 99.13. Okay. I think I got into it at around 91, which is totally fine with me because I've already made bank today. But this is a long term for me, not a day trader. I don't day trade higher dollars like this. Okay. Nike. I also got into Nike. Another great one to buy and for you guys to consider. Okay. It was at $53 this morning. All right. I got into it pretty quick early because I knew that was probably the low of low for Nike. It closed the market at $56. Okay. $3 increase roughly. It's sitting right now at $56.40. Not too late. There is no fear of missing out on this. Not too late. All of these stocks, guys, there's no fear of missing out. You can get into a lot of these stocks now and be very happy. You might have to let them sit for a couple few years and, or maybe a couple few months. I don't know. My plan is to just set them and forget about it. Okay. I might go in and look next month and see what's doing. I don't know. It depends. Hard not to look. I'm going to be honest with you. But these are stocks that I want for longer term that are more towards my retirement. So anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, and I'm so happy to have had you here, again, please click the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, please. Okay. And hit the notification bell. Guys, have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.